Hey folks, I'm Sir Glory and welcome to part 88 of my playthrough of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're starting with a very busy screen today, which you'll get to in a minute. Let's see, we are a year on almost from where we left off last time out. I think we stopped on the 26th December 81. So I've spent the last year essentially just trying to get on top of the crime situation. Let's pause for a bit. So yeah, we've still got the two police offices down here. There's the other one up here. And the percentage of unexamined criminal cases still remains pretty much the same as it was last time, just slightly lower. But if you look at our courthouse, the number of cases being tried, it's actually getting to the point where we might struggle to investigate them, or to try them all. But we're working our way through. We've got maximum staff. In the prison, we had gone down to about 20 prisoners at one point, just with people serving their sentence. We're not having many escapes. And things down here kept them pretty much the same. So government loyalty is not going to be great when people pop out, but hopefully everything else will be better. So yeah, and I've rejigged the finances again, and you can see there immigration cost us 120,000 rubles last time out. But if you look at the export and import, we're making a lot of cash these days, so that's really better. So the immigrants mostly down in here, and mostly professional workers, university educated, so that we've got. Well, we did have, there's the odd person with 86% productivity in here. 60-47. I was hoping that more of the more productive workers would actually come and work in the police station. So that's what we've done to try and address crime. It is having a bit of an effect. Government loyalty is it's staying level about there. You can see alcohol addiction's way down from where it was. Health is obviously on its way up. So yes, that's the situation. I've also got the oil refinery page open so that I can keep an eye on the fuel consumption. And somewhere in here we have our... oh wait. And we're still exporting oil until the reserves of bitumen increase again. Right, so I'm going to keep going with this for a bit. Maybe over 2. But yeah, we've got 3, 4, 5 cases here likely to be examined in the near future. A couple in there as well. So we're definitely generating plenty of work for our courthouse. Unemployment's high in some areas, but that's more likely still to be down here in the student residence. And we have no students hanging around outside. We should have plenty of professors as well, because I think a lot of the new immigrants probably came to work here rather than as police officers. But I'm still trying to manage things through here. 1% examined, 87% is unlikely to get complete. This one's definitely not going to be complete. So just trying to stay on manageable levels of cases. 0%'s in here, they're not going to happen. Yeah, so just go through every so often and cull those sorts of cases out. And it seems to be working. That's one of the reasons obviously why unexamined criminal cases is still such a high percentage, because I'm trying to just deploy our resources to the best effect. And I also bumped the sentences for serious crimes back up a bit, because I think some people weren't getting down to zero criminality if they'd been here in longer cases. Okay, so another couple of cases have popped through. Still got And as you can see, obviously, some of the cases didn't actually manage to get examined or tried before the statute of limitations ran out. But I can't do anything else. We've got as many workers. Well, I suppose I could. Let's see. Let's drop that down. Oh, we've already got students waiting for professors. Let's leave it there. I could bring in some more folks. I think I'm going to do that. Another 15 immigrants. And hopefully a lot of them will make their way over here. Right, I'm not going to spend the whole episode doing this, because it drives me nuts. Take those out. Leave those because they're being investigated, it seems. This is pretty poor. The fact that these cases still haven't been concluded. Right, we've got more productive people heading in and then heading out again. Okay, let's leave that be for now. I don't think I've done anything else, have I? Over here we've got more vehicles set up to make sure that we get all the crops in. Yeah, this is what I need to do. Clear out the crops, because I thought this was just going to be a small buffer to hold enough crops while the trucks came and took it all across to our food production, but it turned out not to be the case. We couldn't keep up with the supply of crops. We had plenty of food, plenty of crops in there, plenty in there too, so I think I'm going to have something like this over here. But for now, we'll leave the trucks to empty this out, and then we'll replace it before the next harvest is due. Okay. So I'm not going to be doing any more construction for a bit. I would love to start asphalting roads, but we need to get the production up before we can really make any inroads to that. Excuse the pun. And we were making a decent amount of steel as well. Don't have much in there, but down here we've got 60 tons. We'll leave that at 35 for now. Our coal situation is excellent. Probably don't need as many miners. We don't have that many. We want more than that. Let's put it to, say, 35. Down here we've got 40. Really are churning through the food. And I may as well cancel. Oh, I did cancel that already. I don't think you go up to the customs house for food. No. You. We'll leave that. I think you're okay. I don't think you bring in very much. And you're not picking up food either. Let's have a look at these buildings. Criminality is now down at 8% here. Happiness is slightly up from where it was, certainly during the last point of the year. Not very good. High criminality, again not very good. High criminality, better, low. But government loyalty is dreadful, despite Lenin standing there peering in their windows. And why can you not enjoy culture? I have maxed out the number of workers available there. Everybody can get from those flats into the cinema. Right, okay, let's have a look here. These are still not investigated. I think one might have been investigated, but look at this. Get rid of all those. And that, and that. That's probably not going to be investigated. Statute of Limitations was getting up there as well. No, these are no use. And you still got decent chances. Not there, there. No, okay, that one might make it if it starts being investigated, and that one could as well. No chance for those ones. And I'll leave them. Right, up to 29 workers, so some cases are going through. We do have a few more judges than we did have. These are ticking along nicely. This one here, 9% tried, 80% limitation. That's not going to make it. Let's cancel that. Alright. And this would close down. We've got 9 tons of bitumen. Fuel going up slightly. Can't get any more workers in there, I don't think. I think we're coping okay for fuel actually. Don't need to start importing it. Not at the moment, no. Bitumen's building up nicely as well. We'll start exporting that soon. So, okay. Let's have a look at lights up here. Still get 52% happiness. You don't have much criminality. Let's see if we can keep that low. Again, government loyalty is dreadful. Heating problem. Who stopped production? You're okay for now. We've still got power. And then here, 38%, 21% criminality. I did have a theory that happiness was closely linked to criminality, but like, so criminality there is 19%, happiness is 45. Here we've got 4 and 31. Here we've got 17 and 12. Why are people not able to get meat? Plenty of meat. There wasn't any delays because we should have 3.27 tons there. This facility is working nicely as well now. And we don't have any... We do have meat being picked up there. I don't need meat. I might actually need meat, but we're just going to focus on the Primo meat store since we've got 10 tons there. Why did that drop? Didn't notice anything. Right, okay. Some of these crimes were investigated. 5%, 39. 7%, that's unlikely to be investigated. That was definitely not. it's not either. Okay, what's that looking like now? Still 86% unexamined. Up here where we're at 77%, but I'm going to worse than that probably. Can get rid of all those. 8%, yeah. Get rid of that too. 78. Nice, happiness continues to plummet. We have a radio. We are bringing in electronics, bringing in everything at the moment. Is this one out of crops now? It is. And we've got no crops there either. So let's blow this up. And we can also strip back that road. No, we can't do that because there's a vehicle on this section. Right. So, food, grain storage, 800 tons. 960, 960, 680, 520 would probably be okay. So this grain storage takes more concrete, more bricks, more steel. Can we fit that in? No, because of the electricity pylons, right, so it's going to have to be this green storage then. Let's try and get it in a position where we can see the connections. Okay, we can fit it in there. Let's do that. So the road should be picked up automatically by our construction offices. Let that happen, and then we might actually just go straight ahead and build the silo as well when it's available. Get rid of these. Yeah, because the silo, going back to my previous thought before I interrupted myself, the silo does take quite a while to build. Those for now. These ones here I'm not so sure about. This one here, fairly certain it's not going to be investigated. These cases in here, you're not going to be tried. Right. Down to 8 judges again, and it's right in the middle of the day. How much bitumen do we have? 23 tons. Let's stop exporting oil then and import or export the bitumen instead. Give us even more cash. We don't pay for any immigrants this time, I hope. Could export coal. I don't think it's really worth doing that though. Let's have a look at prices. Yeah. don't think we need to do that. We use so much coal ourselves to make sure we keep producing our steel so that we can produce mechanical components and we can sell those instead. We never have a huge amount. I suppose I don't really assign many workers here. Let's stick that to 30 just for fun. But we've lost a lot of people again. And workers with higher education has become the real problem. Lack thereof. 19 students were not able to study at university. The professors are lazy buggers. Okay, come on, solve this one. I'm going to leave those for now. Take those as well. Right. Again, you've got a whole host there that are just about ready to be completed. Might have to pay for more immigrants at this rate. Yeah, do make an awful lot of cash these days. Let's have a look in terms of our imports. So we'll say last year. Yep. I had to import a lot of food, obviously. Hopefully that won't be the case this time, and the same with fuel and meat. So I'm expecting to see all those drop quite dramatically. Like 327 food, compare that with the previous year. 424, so 100 less. And well, I suppose our population did decline as well, so it's not all down to producing more of our own. We're doing 75% unexamined cases, and but that's this year. That's only in the last in the last 10 days. We've examined 3/4 of the cases. I think I can probably afford to leave that as it is just now. Yeah, we'll leave that too. I realise I'm checking those very frequently, but I really do want to try and get criminality way down and see if that does make a difference up here. This is what I was after. 36, 48, 62, 69 people couldn't work because there's no workplace. I find that very hard to believe. Temperatures too low in that building. We've got no workers. The bus has just dropped off. And there they are. Right, so where are these people unable to work? Overlay. This in. So there's a whole host of people unable to work here. Okay, so I guess it's to do with the education level of the workers. So we've got who's unemployed yesterday? You were unemployed yesterday. You've got basic education. Anybody else unemployed yesterday? You. Again, you've got basic level education. You. We're unemployed. Again, basic level. Okay. Every one of these is maxed out. Can't take any more workers anywhere. I would imagine that the steelwork is this the problem? Because it's such a low percentage of the maximum, does it not actually look for people with basic education? What about you? I would have thought everybody who had basic education would be able to come and work up here. And you can certainly get to the bus stops. Related vehicles. So you've got capacity of 32. Maybe I need larger capacity buses. Wouldn't have thought so. Let's have a look. You go to the steelworks. Now you're primo local. You're going up the hill. Find me one of those buses, please. You. You both assigned to the steelworks. No, right, you're steelworks. I'm going to follow you for a bit. You've got 6 workers sitting on board. Travelling in vehicle for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So why did you not get off at the stop? At the bus stop for the steelworks? It's pretty strange. Let's see what happens here. Pick up nobody. There's hardly any workers waiting when you arrived. Yeah, there's no problem you getting down there. Worker was unemployed. I saw somebody there unemployed yesterday. Stop moving. Okay, I'm just totally confused by why people don't come down to the bus stop. There's no available work for them up here. I'm supposed to go to the bus station. We've got plenty of buses down here. It's the prison, steelworks, a cattle farm. We've got 26 workers waiting. Oh well, happiness has plummeted to 41 from, what was it, 50 when we started. Let's start making the cash. Right, and down here, this must be solved soon. Let's see, that one's progressing slowly. Those aren't. Leave that one. And up here. Get that. I don't think that's going to make it, but we'll leave it for now. These ones here, definitely not. Okay, so I'm going to put in a break. Population in the prison has gone up slightly over the course of the last month or so. Right, and road's done. Let's get this under construction as well. And we need to rebuild that. Okay. Of course we do. Destroyed the last one. Right, so time for a break, I think. I'm going to put a cut in here. We'll pick this up again next time out. Money's definitely sorted. Happiness is definitely not sorted. Crime, I do not know. Doesn't seem to be. Keep an eye on it though. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment or rate the video. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. And I hope to see you again next time. Cheers.